Assalamu alaikum. Huh? Oh, no, we have to switch. Is on? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. You know, this is election time. May 17, we have election for Brentwood School District. And we have one of the candidate, one of your own, who is running for this election. I will call him to say a few words because this is the last Friday and few days we have election. That is on May 17. All the people of Brentwood community who are registered voter in Brentwood, they will be able to vote on that day. And this is your district, this is your people, and I have a brother, Hassan Ahmed, he's one of the candidates, and he wants to explain you in a couple of words why he's running, and he needs community support. And here's Brother Hassan. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Mera naam hai Hassan Ahmed. So I wanted to make it very clear that I feel that it's time for our community to have South Asian representation. We need to be in a situation where instead of asking others for help and assistance, we have the ability to go to somebody who understands our culture, somebody who understands our community, somebody who is part of our community. In addition to that, the only way that we can truly make our voices heard is by voting. May 17th is the election. It will be at all the local elementary schools between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. Our taxes, 70% of them go towards the school district budget. Our budget is $454 million. We need to make sure that goes towards programs that make a better environment for our children. We need to make sure that our taxes, we're getting a return on them. Our school district's graduation rates are lowering. We have programs and teachers that are being cut. We need to stand up and ensure that not only our voice is heard, but that our school is a place where all children can be enriched with a better education. Please, please take this opportunity on May 17 to vote at your local elementary schools. Jazakallah.
Okay, thank you very much. This is very important that everybody votes. Due to the time constraint, it is 1:15. We will call the other candidate after the Jummah prayer, not right now. And we'll start the Jummah prayer because the time is not right now. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا ونصلي ونسلم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر أقول هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Today I want to present the most universal dua, supplication a human can do to his creator. This dua is universal in all dimensions of universality. Whether it's 7-year-old child or 70 years old person, whether dua is in the deserts of Arabia or jungles of Africa or metropolitan cities of the West, whether this dua is sought 1400 years ago or today in 21st century, this is applicable in all times and for all circumstances. All praises to one who has set up a system of rabubiyyat, provision, for the universes that are interconnected, that are interdependent. Everything in these universes seems complementing one another. Things and phenomena may be opposite, but helping each other to sustain life, to survive and thrive. Whatever I need is here. I need oxygen, but pure oxygen may be harmful for me. So oxygen is present with the mixture of gases. And it is pure, clean, unless I pollute it with my irresponsible actions. I need water, it is here, in plentiful manner, unless I waste it with my uncaring actions. And when I'm born, even before my birth, a perfect meal is ready in the forms of mother's milk. And as I grow, different amenities in the form of vegetables, fruits, and meats are available for me to consume. And these food items are not bland, tasteless. They have different tastes, different varieties. And my Creator has made sure that all my needs, they are met in a fanciful way with the finest details. He gave me desires, emotions, intellect, opportunities, so that I can lead a life full of actions, color, spice, and thrill. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. And this system of Rububiyyat has two characteristics dominating it: the high waves of kindness, an unwavering, never-ending flow of love. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. And the glimpse of this Rahmaniyat keeps on appearing in front of me in my life in the forms of mother's smile, and sometimes in the kindness of father, in the love of brothers and sisters, and sometimes it comes to me through my spouse. Allah fulfills my needs and my desire with utmost care and in refined ways. But along with all these ni'mah and comforts, He has created this life in a test paradigm. So I am answerable. I'm accountable for my responsibilities in this system of checks and balance. This account is going to be direct. I cannot run from it. I cannot avoid it and dodge it. There is no shortcut. There is no intercession. There is no lame excuses, because He is Maliki Yawmiddin. And in the universe of Rububiyyat and Rahmaniyat, I have the freedom with intellect. I have the treasure of consciousness, whose use help me to have the enjoyments of love and the ecstasy of being loved. And even if there is a difficulty, there is obstruction, there is a challenge in my life, it is there to enhance and increase my capabilities. It is there to increase my freedom. It is there to sharpen my intellect. All these harsh waves of sorrow and uplifts of pleasures, the cunning behavior of people surrounding me, every one of my issues, each of my difficulties, at the end proves to be rahmah, blessing. Every pain of mine takes me to another level of comfort, provided I purify my intentions, my thoughts, my emotions, and correct my behavior and declare, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. I need to consume my conscience in His search, in His love. Even though I know that I have freedom to follow my nafs and desires, I change my actions to please Him and follow His commandments and make every actions of mine ibadah. I add him to every equation of my life, to every plan in my life. And when I feel unhappy with someone, it is for him. When I love someone, it is for him. If I stand, it is for him. If I bow, it is only in front of him. When I give myself in full surrender in sajda, it is only to him. And when I sit, I'm sitting in front of him. So my whole life becomes an embodiment of ibadah. And each and every moment of my life, I'm seeking his help, his rahmah. My thoughts do not waver to any other entity, nor to the idol of myself. In each emotion of mine, in every behavior of mine, only Allah is reflected. I do want to surrender my freedom and my intellect voluntarily to you, O Allah. But the road of my journey is filled with these complexities, these distractions, the vestibules. On the way, I have to face the windstorm of my desires, the darkness of my negative thoughts. So I cannot see the clear path to my destination. So, O Allah, please show me the right path. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. O Allah, I am standing in front of you, though I feel unworthy of standing in front of you. I have tried my best to make myself worthy of you, even though I am created from dust. When I came into your court, I washed myself. I dressed. I groomed. I know I cannot wash my flaws, my mistakes, my sins, but I tried to wash my face, my hands, my feet. And I'm standing facing to the house built by your Khalil, and I'm standing with other Muslims. At this time, my thought, the water in my eyes, the waving ocean of emotions in my heart, and every part of me is saying only one thing, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Because it is not a luxury for me, neither it is one of many options for me to that happen. That if it happens, it's okay, and if it doesn't happen, it's okay. That is the only path I can seek. It is my only destination, and without your help, O Allah, without your attention to me, I cannot continue my journey on this road. You fulfilled all my needs. You gave me colorful emotions. Because of your blessing, even I exist. But the fire of this conscience is going to burn me. The desire and nafs going to drown me. The darkness of my flawed thoughts is going to creep into my soul. I swear by your Rabubiyyat, by your Rahmaniyat, your Adl, your Hikmah, your greatness, that without your help, I cannot and will not be able to walk on this path of Hidayah. My nafs, my desires, my flawed thoughts will force me to do actions that will make you unhappy. The swamp of my whims and desires will drag me into earth, and the darkness of my ghafla will encircle my heart, and your nur will not reach my heart. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. May Allah give us hidayah to understand these 7 verses. نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وصل على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات وبارك على محمد وأزواجه وذرياته. We repeat this dua in every rakat of every prayer, even though every Muslim knows its meaning. Its true spirit is lacking. And we can end up doing a routine repetition. What I believe is that to make this dua acceptable, we have to come up with a good heart, qalb salim. Now, during my professional life as a physician, pain physician, I came across so many different kinds of people. And sometimes I have to go beyond medications, procedures, and surgeries. I remember one patient, Hindu by religion, presented to me chronic problems. After all the treatments, I presented to her these 7 verses in English. She doesn't know that this is the dua we read in prayer. I asked her if she has any problem with these verses. Is there something conflicting to her beliefs? She said, no, this looks perfect. This is a natural dua a person can make. And she started reading it as I advised her whenever she has any problem. The time passed. This was in 2013. She moved to another state. We lost connection with our office. Few years back, she calls my office. She told me that she has been reciting these verses every time she has problem, and somehow the problems get solved. But recently, she saw a strange dream. She said, Dr. Saab, I saw that I'm standing to that black cube building, and it is so vivid dream. I couldn't understand it. And this comes to my mind whenever I close my eyes. It comes repeatedly in front of me. So I told her that this is our Kaaba in Mecca. She asked a few more questions. She read about Islam, and alhamdulillah, she is a Muslim now. But that forced me to think about these 7 verses. How come a person who just reads it with sincerity and Allah guides him, how come millions of Muslims reading it day and night, they cannot get connected with him, they cannot get that hidayah directly? And then it appeared to me that no, every time we recite these verses in our prayer, it is rightly, absolutely, even immediately is accepted. Even before we say Ameen. Why? Because Allah is asking us to read some verses from Qur'an. So we asked for hidayah, and here is hidayah. This is the Qur'an is hidayah. The Qur'an, we just limited to recitation, maybe in Ramadan little more. The Qur'an that gives us the realities and facts that belong to us, that are needed for us. Those 5 questions that we cannot answer from our intellect alone, from our wisdom alone, from our science alone. Number one, who is my creator? I know that someone created me because I did not create myself. My parents did not create myself, otherwise they would make me very handsome. So I know none around me has created me, but someone created me. Who is that creator? Unless the creator gives this answer to human beings with full authority, full authenticity, I cannot get to this answer. And then the second question is, what are his characteristics? If I use my own wisdom, my own experience, I may reach some Lato Manat, some Krishna and some other names, some other characteristics, unless that creator tells me directly in a simple, straightforward way, with authenticity, with authority, I cannot understand those sifat because he knows the limitation of my wisdom. And the third question, what is the purpose of my life? If my wisdom and aql cannot grip his entity and personality, how can I understand his intentions? So I may end up making a profession my purpose of life, getting some wealth purpose of my life, doing this and doing that, unless he tells me directly in a straightforward word that this is the purpose of your life. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. And the fourth question, is this life going to end at death? Or there is another life? No matter how much we progress in physics and metaphysics, we cannot fathom even the glimpse of what happens after life, unless the Creator himself tells us with authority, with authenticity, that yes, there is another life after death. And the final and fifth question, what is the connection between these two lives? Do I have to start again from scratch? What is the currency of that life? Is this life has some connection to the next life? Unless the Creator himself tells me exactly with authority and authenticity that this is going to happen and this life has connection with that life, I cannot fathom it, reflect it through my reflections, through my intelligence. So after interacting with that person, I realized that these 7 verses, if we stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we go through these 7 verses in its true meaning and with our clear heart, Allah is going to open the ways to this hidayah, which is Qur'an, which will give us the power, energy, understanding, the shock to read this Qur'an with these things in our mind. Then we will understand that how Qur'an is directly talking to us, giving us all kinds of examples. If we are a scientific person, if we are a person with critical thinking, he's giving us rationales. If we are a poet and we have a sense of aesthetic sense, we like the beauty, the words, the rhymes, the rhythm, the way words are connected to each other, that will impress and put a spell on us, and we can get connected with him. If we understand the history, he will make us understand through history. So all kinds of humanity, the universal people, the characteristics of all kinds of people have something in this book. And when we say Ihdinas Sirat al-Mustaqim and read some part of the Qur'an as a token, Allah is telling us, look, your dua has been accepted. Here is the guidance. And so far in my life, whenever I meet an intellectual Muslim who was converted, almost all of them, at least those I have met, they did not become Muslim because of another Muslim. They became Muslim by reading the Qur'an. And I see in few those people common that they have a qalb salim, they have a good heart, and when they read this Qur'an, instead of finding faults with it, they can get the message. Why you and me, who are born Muslim, who are reading these verses all the time in our rakat, we cannot get to that. May Allah give us tawfiq. May Allah give us energy. May Allah give us shock to read the Qur'an and understand it and act upon it. Ibadallah, rahimakumullah. Let's pray.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
استووا أقيموا صفوفكم. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. وكأين من آية في السماوات والأرض يمرون عليها وهم عنها معرضون وما يؤمن أكثرهم بالله إلا وهم مشركون أفأمنوا أن تأتيهم غاشية من عذاب الله أو تأتيهم الساعة بغتة وهم لا يشعرون قل هذه سبيلي أدعو إلى الله على بصيرة أنا ومن اتبعني وسبحان الله وما أنا من المشركين وما أرسلنا من قبلك إلا رجالا نوحي إليهم من أهل القرى أفلم يسيروا في الأرض فينظروا كيف كان عاقبة الذين من قبلهم ولدار الآخرة خير للذين اتقوا أفلا تعقلون الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين ولقد آتيناك سبعا من المثاني والقرآن العظيم لا تمدن عينيك إلى ما متعنا به أزواجا منهم ولا تحزن عليهم واخفض جناحك للمؤمنين وقل إني أنا النذير المبين كما أنزلنا على المقتسمين الذين جعلوا القرآن عضين فوربك لنسألنهم أجمعين عما كانوا يعملون الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الله استغفر الله.
Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. After thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I would thank our khatib for today, Dr. Nasr Shahi Sahib, and our imam who led the salah with beautiful recitation, Brother Tanweer Ahmed. Jazakumullahu khair. One brother, Ihab Haj Umar, he donated 10 laptops to our Sunday school students. Those who will show good performance will be rewarded, inshallah, awarded with these laptops. So these 10 laptops basically sadaqah on behalf of his son, Jibreel. So we will make dua for Jibreel. Jibreel, he is sick. We will make dua for his recovery. Brother Rafiq Ahmed, he passed away from Smithtown. He is one of the founders of Selden Masjid. Salatul Janaza will be tomorrow, inshallah, after Salatul Zuhr in Masjid Darul Qur'ān. Brothers are requested to join us, inshallah. We will make dua for him. Brother Waqas, cousin of Brother Arshid, passed away. We will make dua for him. Dua for Abu Bakr, the grandson of Brother Sajjad. We will make dua for his recovery. He's been struggling. It's been a long time. Please don't forget him in your duas. And dua for Sister Sadia, cousin of Brother Chaudhry Azhar Sahab. She is sick in hospital. Make dua for her. And all those brothers and sisters in our community. I see the elderly people, brothers and sisters, children who are sick. Make dua for all. Brother Muhammad Zahid from our community, he got into a car accident and he's sick. He's at home. Please make dua for his recovery. And all those, I couldn't name them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant shifai kamila and ajila to those who are sick, and forgive all those brothers and sisters who passed away. And finally, dua for the people of Palestine. The people of Palestine should not be ignored. Everyone have to make dua, sincere dua for our brothers and sisters who are suffering and who are facing tyranny of the oppressor. Make dua, special dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide the oppressors to the right path. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help out our weak people who are oppressed in Palestine. Make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them success in this world and in the hereafter. And guide them and give lesson to those who are causing them this trouble, these problems, and this zulm. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين. وارحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين. نسأل الله العظيم رب العرش العظيم أن يشفيهم ويشفينا. نسأل الله العظيم رب العرش العظيم أن يشفيهم ويشفينا. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين. وارحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين. اللهم رب الناس أذهب البأس واشف أنت الشافي. لا شفاء إلا شفاؤك شفاء لا يغادر سقما. اللهم انصر إخواننا المسلمين في كل مكان. اللهم انصر إخواننا المسلمين في فلسطين. اللهم انصر إخواننا المسلمين في فلسطين. اللهم انصر إخواننا المسلمين في فلسطين. اللهم دمر أعداءهم. اللهم دمر أعداءهم. اللهم دمر أعداء الدين. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
Assalamu alaikum. Masjid, alhamdulillah, is outside. They've been building the masjid for many, many years. They are looking for your generosity for your help. And here is Dr. Rahman will introduce Robert Feliciano. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Election time. Time to ruffle a few feathers, right? We are here for a democratic process. Robert and Paula are running on their record, and they're running against a newcomer from our community. Without further ado, I'll give this to Robert and explain what he has done for our community.
First, I'd like to say thank you so much. Your hospitality has truly been appreciated throughout the years. Thank you, President. Thank you, Doctor. Let me begin by saying that I know how important it is to have a representative of your own community on the board or in any political position. I understand that and I appreciate that. As a member of the Latino community, we've had to struggle, just like the Muslim community, to have our own representatives in positions where they can represent our needs. What I can tell you is that I come here with a clear heart, with clean intentions, with noble intentions. And what I can tell you is speak to what it is that the doctor was referring to. During the last 9 years, Paula and I and the members of the Board of Education have represented your community, the Muslim community, as allies, as friends, as representatives. During the last 9 years, we were able to bring the most important piece, I believe, to your community is that we were able to bring representation and a day off during the Eid holiday. We were the ones, and we're the only ones who have the power to be able to do that on the calendar. I have to tell you that it was not easy. This was not something that was well received by the entire community. But we knew, just like the prayer and just like the sermon that was given today, that life is about helping each other. And this is what we value and this is what we did. So it wasn't something that we just spoke about, it's something that we did. Against certain opposition, we found the courage to put the Eid holiday on the calendar in 2018. The other thing that we did was we were able to set aside a prayer room for the students of faith so that they had a safe place where they could practice and not have to be penalized. We understood the importance of this to your community and to all communities of faith. The other thing that we did for the young women in our school district who were wearing hijabs and maybe being asked to take them off. People didn't understand the importance of the hijab to the Muslim community. We, the only people that are able to do this, the Board of Education, changed the policy in the district so that the hijab was recognized and was treated with respect. The other thing that we did during the last 5 years was we introduced the halal food. In the beginning, there were no providers of true halal food, so what we did was we gave them the vegetarian option. Now, because there are so many more people requesting the halal foods, we are introducing halal meats and halal menus, expanding those menus to better serve the Muslim community. Basically, my message is, and with all due respect to our opposition, I need for you to understand that you do have a voice. You have a voice. This Muslim community has a voice on the school board. We are that voice. We will continue to represent you with all due respect and with all the courage that we have, because we understand what it is that you have experienced in this country. It wasn't easy when we had a former president who was trying to ban flights from Muslim countries. It was during that time that the Brentwood School Board stood up during that time, and we said, no, 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 no. We are going to recognize the Eid holiday against what was happening in this country. We stand with you. We are your voice. We are your allies, and we hope to have your support next Tuesday.
Paula?
My brothers and sisters, and can I call you my brothers and sisters? When I was in Egypt, everyone said to me, my sister, my sister. So I feel the same way here in this country. You are my brothers and you are my sisters. I want to tell you, and I think when I was here the last time, it was about dawn, and I heard the call to prayer. And because I had to get to a plane and we had to leave early. I can tell you that's something that'll stay in my heart forever. When I heard that call, it was hauntingly beautiful, and I didn't understand it. But then I did some ancestry, I did some research, and I find that my ancestors come from Cameroon and Nigeria, as well as other countries. So when I mentioned this to a friend of mine who's Muslim, she said to me, that could have probably been my ancestors calling. I don't know, I don't understand it, but you know that my history, my African American history, when my ancestors were stolen from Africa, they took away our religion. They took away our names, and they tried to take our humanity away. But I stand before you, they didn't take our humanity away. Now, I'd like to talk to you about some of the things that I've done and Mr. Feliciano has done. I took a tour of MDQ. I've taken a couple of tours of MDQ, and I met with Ms. Sheik and Ms. Pasha, and we talked about some of the things that they wanted for their students. One of the things that I've done was we have a program called My Brother's Keeper, which me and the former assistant superintendent brought to the Brentwood School District. What we'd like to do is have your MDQ students and our students with My Brother's Keeper collaborate and do community service work. The other thing is I'd like to have your MDQ students just do community service with the other students in the high school. I think that's one good way for our students that are not Muslim to understand the Muslim religion. I think that is most important because when you work together, you learn. One of the other things that I've tried to do was have professional development with your teachers at MDQ, where they can come and work and just take a look at how the teachers in the regular teachers in the Brentwood School District work. That's another way of partnering together because we have to work together. I understand it because I know what it was like for my grandparents and my parents and even myself, the issues that we faced in this country and we still face. So we have to come together in unity, and I do ask for your support. We have been a friend of the Muslim community for 9, 10 years, and we hope to continue to be a friend. Not we hope, we will be a friend of the Muslim community. Thank you so much.
So the important thing is to get out and vote Tuesday from 9 a.m. to
9 a.m., 8 to 9.
8 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's your civic right. You must vote. Whom you vote for is your business. But you must get out and be part of the community by voting. Brentwood School, Bayshore School, whichever school district you are. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It should only be the president.
But the problem is the son. There's some